it's Kim. Welcome to my current process video. This one is for Scrap the Boys, and this month we are cooperating with the CSI Challenge blog, and I'm drawing inspiration from this image with the kites. You'll see that I have used diamond shapes, the colours from the picture, and the photo I'm using has a beautiful blue sky with the clouds, and I have some wood grain, which is the box that the children are sitting on. So I'm using an October Hip Kit Club kit and a photo of my husband. He's a bit of a funny guy, and this layout is all about that. So I've got it's like a pinwheel pattern paper is the blue and white one at the background, and then sort of a blue distress paper, which reminded me of a sky sort of effect. And you can see that in this month's Hip Kit Club kit, there were some wood grain diamond frames, which I have chosen to use, which remind me of the kites in that image. And the colours, of course, with the box that the children are sitting on from that image. So I'm going to randomly, or in a design, but using random sizes, put those diamonds around where the photo will sit. Just trying to get those straight. So that blue piece was just torn across and then stuck to that pinwheel paper. So a pretty simple layout for a pretty simple design for this layout. Just trying to get these diamonds in the right spot. And then you will see that once I use these diamonds, there's a sticker sheet that also has diamonds in it, and I'm using some of those also around the diamond frames. So they're just going to supplement that design and extend it out. And I quite like the effect of having the stickers, which are sort of like pattern paper colours, along with the frames to give that sort of diamond pattern shape. As I said, that inspiration's drawn from those kites in the image. So I'm just filling that out, picking random colours. So the colours are sort of this mustardy colour, which is the boots in the photo, and the blues, and there's some greeny blue colours, which are all reflective of those colours in the images. So I'm happy with how all those diamonds look, and now I'm thinking about what else I'm going to add. And I found these buttons were in the kit, and I thought they looked great. So they've got all sorts of designs on them, which also remind me of the designs that are on the kites in the image. So they've got all sorts of patterns, and also the kids have the toggly buttons on their coats. So I'm just adding those into the diamond frames in similar colours to what I had chosen for the other elements. And then I'm going to make the title out of this navy blue cursive script sticker font. So I decided the photo needed to be popped up, and it also needs something behind it. So you'll see that I'm going to use a mustard coloured paper because the photo just doesn't quite pop enough, and it's just a little bit too simple. I was debating about putting a torn section at the top because I keep thinking that it needs something up in that blue section, and I will decide on something. I was just checking out what the colour was on the reverse side of that blue sky distress pattern paper, but it wasn't suitable. And now I'm just auditioning a few different pattern papers to put underneath the photo, and I settle on this mustard coloured one, which worked perfectly. So I'm just using my scissors to cut out around the photo, just leaving a small amount around the photo. And then I'm also going to add some tissue paper. So I think this tissue paper is actually from a pair of shoes, and it was just in my stash because I keep different coloured tissue papers. I often use white, but I thought this brownie colour worked really well with this layout. So I'm just trimming around it slightly bigger than the mustard coloured paper, and then I will adhere those two together. So I'm also going to use some upholstery thread, which is a heavier sort of sewing thread. So I'm going to use a little bit more foam and attaching that which is going between the pattern paper and the tissue. So I use art glitter glue. I get asked a lot what glue I prefer. I really like the art glitter glue, and I have a fine applicator tip that I have added to that, and it works and holds well on the craft foam, which is what I use to pop up large pieces. So this is the upholstery thread. So it's just a heavier sewing thread. I picked it up at my local sewing store, and I'm just putting some of that randomly behind the photo, and that reminds me of the strings on the kites. So attaching that to my wet glue. You do need to use a wet glue adhesive when you're using any fabric or thread so that it sticks. So don't use a double-sided tape. And now just to make sure that that photo is straight, I have a T-square ruler, which works really well for this. I just hold it down for a bit and it grabs. So obviously this video is sped up, but I do hold it in place so that the glue can grab. I was going to put the title at the top, but it just didn't work with the photo being popped up. So I decided to put it under the photo, and the title is Funny Guy. And I am going to add a sticker in front of that, which says I love you. So the whole title will be I love you, funny guy. So yeah, this font of these puffy stickers that are in the kit is so nice. Really happy with how this worked out. And I don't use letter stickers very much, or letter chipboard or puffy ones so much these days, but these worked great. My Y was not a Y, I think it was actually a G. There goes the I love you. So now it says I love you, funny guy, and I'm just going to finish that off with a heart. So later I did actually use a wet glue to stick these down too, which I cut from the video because I didn't think you needed to see that, but making sure that these puffy type stickers adhere well. I put some of that art glitter glue behind them to make sure that they're not going to fall off later. And then I decided to add a heart at the end of that and put some other hearts on the diamond stickers that were in that pattern, and again in the same sort of colours, and I think that works really well. Then there's a couple of little chipboard phrases which I've added to the bottom of the photo. Now, I think that this layout really does need something at the top, so I give a lot of thought to this. It takes a while, but I end up pulling out some of my 49er Market stitched washi tape, which I just love, and I stick some of this at the top and randomly around the side and bottom. And I really, really do love this washi tape. I use it so much at the moment. This is the black random stitched one. And then I'm going to add some little stickers and other items up in that top, towards that top right hand corner, and I think that just balances out the weight of the photo really well. So I look at the ephemera packs that come with this kit, but because it's an October kit, it's very autumny and Halloweeny like words in it, because this comes from America, which really didn't suit obviously what I was doing, because this is spring/summer photo in New Zealand. So I went back and found some more generic-y type phrases. That's the good part, even though we don't celebrate fall like they do in the States, and we don't celebrate Halloween like they do in the States, the kit still works for us. So just a couple of stickers. I toss up about that orange diamond sticker, but decide it's too dominant up there and it really draws the eye away from the photo, which is not what I want to achieve. And so I add a cute little heart button up there with the word phrase which says best time, and then another little chipboard phrase there. And this layout, I believe, is done. If you've enjoyed this process video, I would love if you subscribe to my channel and also hit like. By you liking my videos, YouTube prioritizes them, so I get to share my videos with more people. And I'd really love if you subscribed so that you know when I post new videos. I am adding some more journaling in a navy blue pen up underneath that cluster of embellishments in that right corner. I do like to try and journal. Sometimes I get a bit slack, but journaling's important when you come back to your layouts later. And that's it. So there's going to be some close-up photos now, just so that you can see all of the details. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you join me again soon. I have a few videos coming up. So yeah, thanks. Bye.